Are you actually Russian? Yes. Wow. Do you have, like, a thick accent? Not really. I've been told I have an accent, but it's hard to identify. Do you currently live in Russia? Yes. Wow, that's pretty cool. Why are you surprised? Because most people around the world move to the United States. LeMayo, no. Most people around the world live in their homelands. Yeah, like, there's like nearly 8 billion people in the world, and America has a population of like 350 million. I worded that weird. 350 million. So they're not all moving to America. It has similar vibes to Marjorie Taylor Greene tweeting out saying that 6 billion people illegally crossed the border into America. It's just ill-informed, isn't it? Special thank you to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel and supporting my content. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we are once again returning to r/facepalm. You guys know what this subreddit is by now, so I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Let's take a look, shall we? I was leaving Kroger's, and this woman is outside with her baby in a stroller asking for money. I was about to give her some money. This man yells out, "Don't give her ass no money, that baby ain't real!" And then he runs over and kicks the stroller. I'll be damned, baby wasn't real. She yelled, "Damn you, Gary!" Shout out to Gary, he the scam police. What a weird scam. But I've also been thinking about like the kind of authority that having a baby stroller or a pram or a buggy, whatever you want to call it, gives people. Like, I was on the bus the other day and there was a woman on the bus and she had a buggy, which means she's allowed to take priority seats, and women with buggies are allowed to take up like 3 bus seats, and there will be a bus where it's packed and people are standing because there's no free seats, and there'll be a woman with a buggy sat down on one seat with her buggy taking up 3 other seats that can fold up, right? And it's always kind of bothered me because like you could put the buggy somewhere else and give seats to other people. There are times where there are elderly people that can't sit down because there's a woman with a buggy. Anyway, this happened the other day. The bus was really full up and there was a woman with a buggy, and I get up at my stop to leave. I walk past and there was no baby in the buggy. It was an empty buggy, and like I'm 99% sure she just brought it so that she could sit down at the bus. It's wild, dude. So this was tagged on Reddit with, if you ever wonder where traffic comes from, it's this guy. Oh, this is so frustrating to watch. Oh, I hate this is so annoying to watch. This is so annoying to watch. Like, why? For what purpose? For what purpose? Okay, right. So I have a driving test in like 3 days. I have it on Wednesday. By the time this video is out, I'll actually have taken my driving test. So who knows whether I've passed or failed? I won't know, but I just know for a fact that I'm gonna be so unlucky that this happens to me. Someone's gonna do this to me while I'm taking my driving test. I hate driving as a learner, not because I'm incapable of driving, but because people treat you differently as a learner. Like, I'll be on a 1-lane road going the speed limit and people will be pulling out around me and beeping at me to overtake me because I'm going the speed limit on a 1-lane road. Like, it's infuriating. If I didn't have L plates on my car, that wouldn't happen. 100% this wouldn't happen. I wouldn't have all of these insane drivers undercut me, overtake me, box me in, do all of this stuff. I really hope I pass so that I can ditch the L plates, because that's like the main frustration. But I know something like this is gonna happen to me on my test and I'm gonna fail because some idiot is like cutting me up and taking up the whole road. A lawyer is dead after failing to remove his firearm while accompanying his mother during an MRI. Staff ask him to remove all metal objects before entering the room due to the device's powerful magnetic field. The machine yanks the weapon from his waistband, causing it to go off and shoot him in the stomach. Look, I've said it a lot in videos, no one deserves to die, okay? I never condone laughing at deaths. I never say that people deserved it. No one deserves it, right? But like, come on. If a doctor tells you that you need to remove metal because someone's going into an MRI, who doesn't know that you need to remove metal because you're going into a room with an MRI? And a gun, yeah, that contains metal. Surprise, surprise. Just, it's so stupid. This is one of the dumbest ways to die. Does anybody remember that song that was like, die some ways to die that went like completely viral around 10 years ago. This is the kind of thing that would be in that song. This is dumb. This is so stupid, and I hope that everybody learns from this. Everybody. Whether you are pro-gun or anti-gun, everyone should learn from this. I was sleeping. I heard that somebody shouted glory to Ukraine in the hall. I replied, glory to Russia. So this is it. Unsurprising. Again, I don't condone violence, but like, this is the equivalent of going to Poland and yelling Heil Hitler, you know? You're gonna get punched. I don't condone punching people, but it's still gonna happen. Like, you're going to. Don't be an idiot. Just, the worst part is that videos like this will probably get taken and like alt-right people go like, oh, the left are so violent. He was just voicing an opinion and got assaulted. It's dumb and frustrating. It's dumb and frustrating. Speaking of dumb and frustrating, I know that's the subject of the whole video, but girlfriend 25 got bit by a monkey, now experiencing symptoms. 2 weeks ago, we went into the Amazon rainforest and a wild monkey bit my girlfriend when she tried petting it. We didn't think much of it and kept going on with our lives. Last Monday, she started feeling discomfort in her jaw, which soon evolved into pain when she tried opening it. Now she has a headache and feels tension and electricity in her trapezius muscle in her neck. I think she might have tetanus, but her jaw pain may also be caused by a bad movement. Should we be worried? Ignore the useless red circle on this post that doesn't need to be there, because it just doesn't. There's so many dumb steps to this, okay? Who goes to a rainforest, sees a wild animal and goes, I'ma try and pet it, and then is surprised when a wild animal bites you for trying to touch it? And on top of that, who gets bitten by a wild animal and doesn't immediately go to the doctor to make sure it's not infected? And on top of that, who starts showing symptoms for tetanus after getting bitten by a wild animal and goes, it could just be caused by bad movement? Should we be worried? I don't know. I'll post on Reddit about it. Go to a doctor. Oh my gosh. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. Bro, some random girl came into the men's locker room and asked me for my number while I was recording this. That's exactly what it was. Just, it's the fact that the first dude, right, in this video, he left the volume on. Like, he could have turned the volume off on his camera when he put it on TikTok and just had the music, and like, you maybe wouldn't have been able to tell he wasn't fully saying words. I mean, it's very clear that he's not mouthing real words, but like, because you hear him go, and then hear him go, you know that he hasn't said a single word, and that no one came in and said a single word. Oh, I hope it's satire. That's it. I just hope it's satire, because it could be elite satire, and I've fallen for it, but I have no trust in that anymore. You know, Poe's law. At the end of the day, some things I might even assume are satire and then end up really not being. Like this, for example. I actually tweeted about this when I saw it because it was so stupid. How will the masses know we're worshipping Satan? Easy. We're going to put a pentagram on your devil suit. Okay, so the only thing that makes this a devil suit is the fact that it's a red suit, okay? Which, by the way, is red not Republican color? Is that not the color that the Republicans associate themselves with, right? Democrats blue, Republicans red, right? I even have a fascist poster about it. Second of all, right, alt-right Christians be like, okay, but actually I can't count to 6. So we're gonna have a little lesson about shapes, shall we? So first of all, let's talk about the pentagram. I'll bring it up on screen right now. It's known as the pentagram because pent means 5. As you can see, it is a 5-pointed star, and actually in the center of the 5-pointed star, it even creates a pentagon, right? So you know that that's a pentagram. It has 5 points, it has a pentagon in it. Next up, we're going to create a 6-pointed star. This one's also often known as a star Star of David. Now, it's also worth adding, after we look at these, the Star of David with 6 points also creates a hexagon in the middle. Neither of these shapes are actually Satanist. Now, like, popular media, you know, pop culture and movies and shows and stuff have associated the pentagram with Satan, but it's not. But the Star of David, equally so, is a holy symbol amongst Jews and actually has appearances in Christianity too, as does the pentagram. And in a lot of religions, Christianity included, the pentagram is a holy symbol in many ways, and that's an actual thing that has been referenced in Christianity before. And in religions outside of Christianity, pentagrams are symbols of protection, right? The opposite of a satanic symbol. Both of these, complete opposite of a satanic symbol. But regardless of that, it's not a pentagram in this picture. It's a 6-pointed star. But you know, who cares about that when you can go on the internet and create outrage, am I right? Oh, let's get angry about Satan. Ooh, it's a belt buckle, dude. It's a 6-pointed star on a belt buckle. Get a life. Get a life. Queensguard verbally attacks my stepmom, as they say.
Step back with wings like that! Not cut the ring!
Yes, that was totally verbally assaulting. He didn't verbally assault her, okay? She broke the law. I mean, first and foremost, it's illegal to touch someone without their consent. All of these pictures of people touching Queensguard and being surprised when they react, it's illegal to touch someone without their consent, first and foremost. Second point, they are literally a military guard tasked with guarding the royal family. Why are people surprised that these people don't mess around? It's their job to guard the royal family of a country, okay? They're guarding probably considered one of the most important buildings in the country. Whether you agree with that or not, that's probably how they feel about it, and that's what their job is. They are royal guards. They are military soldiers. You can't touch their horses. You can't touch them, and you can't be surprised when one of them yells at you to back off because you started going up and touching a military guard. It wasn't him verbally assaulting your mum. It was him telling her to back off because he's doing his job. This is so stupid. Gen Zers won't even apply to a job if the salary isn't listed. Yeah, and why should we? Like, if we have skills and experience in a field, why should we apply for a job where the salary isn't guaranteed? Full stop. Why? And you know, if a company isn't putting their salary as a listing, if they're not showing their salary, you know why? It's because they aren't offering a competitive salary. If the salary isn't listed, it's because it's crap. Because if they had a good salary, they would list it so that they had more offers. That's why. Gen Zers look at a salary that isn't listed and go, oh, so that's not going to be worth my time. Why even bother applying? That's why. Why even bother? Why should we try and apply for a job if that job isn't going to give us the common courtesy of actually telling us how much the job pays? This teacher was fired for disciplining this child. So she swears at the child. So far she has sworn at the child, put her hands on him, this woman's screaming at him for attacking another child, okay? And we don't see what actually happened, so I can't comment on what actually happened to that point. But fights among children happen, okay? And it's a teacher's responsibility to break up that fight. However, it is not a teacher's responsibility to swear at him. It's also not a teacher's responsibility to put her hands on him. She's verbally assaulting this child, saying, oh, does your dad assault women? Which is straight up not an okay statement to make. But on top of that, she, an adult, is telling him, oh, you put your hands on women, which, I mean, it's not okay to put their hands on anyone regardless, but then she puts her hands on him and verbally attacks him. An adult is starting beef with a child. A fully grown woman is putting her hands on, swearing at, and insulting an 11-year-old child because he started a fight, okay? Just break up the fight. That's your job. Your job is not to scream at a child, swear at him, and accuse his dad bad of beating women. This woman was rightfully fired. Like, it doesn't even matter what came before this in terms of an 11-year-old fighting a girl or what happened, okay? It doesn't even matter if this 11-year-old did anything directly to her. He's 11. She's a fully grown adult. She's a teacher. She should be prepared to put up with some pretty obnoxious children. That's her job. Rightfully fired. Rightfully fired. And the final post. We're going to end up on a slightly more lighthearted one today after that. If you are having a bad day, remember that we unloaded 6,000 bricks in the wrong address. Yeah, that's gonna suck. That really sucks. Definitely don't do that. That's a lot of time and effort for the wrong address. Ouch. That's unfortunate. Really. Oh dear. Well, and with that, I'm going to end the video. I hope you have enjoyed, everybody. If you want to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click that join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. Special thank you to all of the people that do support my channel though. All of you are incredible, wonderful people. All of your names are on screen. I love you guys so much. Like, it genuinely helps so much. So thank you to all of the people that do. Other than that, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this video today. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.